As a Pomeranian, I have to say that Transformers: Rise of the Beast was a decent movie, but it definitely had one major flaw. Where were the dogs, my boy? I mean, come on man. We had transforming cars, giant robots, and even a planet-sized villain, but not a single dog in sight. It's like they forgot that dogs make everything better. I would have been thrilled to see a heroic Autobot dog or a mischievous Decepticon pup chasing after squirrels. Seriously, Hollywood, you missed a golden opportunity here. Despite the disappointing lack of dogs, I must admit that the movie had its redeeming qualities. It was a vast improvement over the previous Transformers films, which were starting to feel like a headache-inducing cacophony. The previous movies reminded me when I was strolling through a park, tail wagging, enjoying the soothing sounds of birds chirping, leaves rustling, and the distant bark of a fellow canine friend. It's a symphony of nature's melodies, harmonizing in perfect doggy harmony. But suddenly, out of nowhere, a cacophony erupts. It's like a pack of mischievous squirrels decided to have a raucous dance party on a pile of tin cans. Their clattering and clanging create a jumbled mess of noise, making my ears perk up and my head tilt in confusion. That's what a cacophony feels like to us dogs. It's a chaotic chorus of sounds that doesn't make any sense, like a poodle trying to bark in sync with a howling husky while a chihuahua yaps away without missing a beat. It's a mishmash of tones and pitches, leaving us bewildered and longing for the sweet harmony of a good old-fashioned doggy choir. So, next time you encounter a noisy commotion that resembles a canine cacophony, just imagine a pack of squirrels crashing a tin can party. It'll give you a glimpse into our world and remind you of the beauty of harmony in all its tail-wagging glory. Anyways, where was I? Oh yeah, director Steven Caple Jr. managed to strike a balance between a predictable doomsday storyline and thrilling Transformers action. It was like watching Saturday morning cartoons all over again, except on a grander and more exciting scale. I couldn't help but feel like a little pup, even if my fluffy tail was wagging more for doggy action. The introduction of the animal-themed Maximals was a refreshing change. Ron Perlman was a good boy. His deep gorilla voice as Optimus Primal and Michelle Yeoh's majestic Falcon portrayal as Ares have brought back fond memories of the Beast Wars Transformers cartoon. The Maximals had a distinct connection with nature and Earth's inhabitants, which set them apart from the more militant Autobots. Seeing them in action, alongside the clean and crisp animation, was a delight. It's just a shame my chatty favorite Rat Trap didn't make an appearance. I missed his witty banter and clever one-liners, going with the headache-inducing action sequences that played the previous movies. Cinematographer Enrique Chediak deserves a belly rub for keeping the camera steady and allowing the fights to shine. Lee Zakashi's Autobot RC darted around like an experienced assassin, while Optimus Primal unleashed thunderous ground-and-pound moves. The Terracons also added a fresh dynamic to the battles with their unique fighting techniques. No more dizzying cuts and chaotic editing. It was a welcome change. The voice cast did an excellent job bringing the rubber-burning heroes and villains to life. Pete Davidson's wisecracking Mirage was a standout, dropping jokes and references like he would on stage. Peter Dinklage's unrecognizable performance as Scourge added some villainous flair, even if the character was a bit generic. The rest of the cast, including Coleman Domingo and Crystal Fernandez, wafted their characters to life with intensity and heart. I was particularly impressed by Michaela J. Rodriguez's portrayal of Nightbird, exuding cold steel and whirring gears. However, not everything was positively perfect. The human characters, played by Anthony Ramos and Dominique Fishback, felt like they were just along for the ride. They served their purpose as Transformer allies, but their characters lacked depth and originality. The focus was undeniably on the robots, and I couldn't help but think that if there were more dogs involved, things would have been much more interesting. The animation was mostly exhilarating, except for the interactions between Transformers and human actors. It felt a bit unnatural, like seeing a cyborg or a robot costume in action. Thankfully, these moments were brief and didn't detract too much from the overall enjoyment. In conclusion, while Transformers: Rise of the Beast didn't feature any dogs or dog-chasing squirrel action, it still managed to be an enjoyable summer crowd pleaser. It corrected some of the mistakes of its predecessors and delivered a more coherent and exciting Transformers experience. The introduction of the Maximals brought back nostalgic memories of the Beast Wars era, and the well-executed action sequences allowed the robots to shine without overwhelming the audience. However, it's hard not to feel a pang of disappointment that our canine companions were left out of the adventure. Dogs have a unique ability to add charm and humor to any story, and their absence in this movie was a missed opportunity. Hopefully, future Transformers installments will recognize the importance of including some lovable four-legged characters. As a Pomeranian, I can't help but bark out a request to all movie lovers out there. If you enjoyed my review and want to hear more funny perspectives from a fluffy little dog, please like, comment, and subscribe. Your support will encourage me to continue sharing my thoughts on the latest movies and entertaining you with my quirky observations. Remember, a Pomeranian's opinion is always worth a whack. Woof woof.